Question 1. A project team is nearing completion of a critical software module. During final testing, a significant defect is discovered that causes the module to crash under specific load conditions. Fixing this defect will delay the project by 2 weeks, impacting a key delivery milestone. What is the project manager's primary responsibility in this situation regarding the delivery performance domain? A. Escalate the issue to the steering committee immediately, requesting their decision on whether to release with known defects. B. Instruct the team to implement a quick workaround to meet the deadline, even if it means sacrificing some quality. C. Collaborate with the team and relevant stakeholders to assess the impact of the defect, explore remediation options, and propose an updated delivery plan. D. Reprioritize the remaining project work to absorb the 2-week delay without affecting other milestones. Answer: C. Collaborate with the team and relevant stakeholders to assess the impact of the defect, explore remediation options, and propose an updated delivery plan. In the delivery performance domain, the primary responsibility of a project manager is to ensure value is delivered effectively while managing constraints and risks. Discovering a significant defect necessitates a structured approach to problem solving, involving collaboration with the team to understand the technical implications and with stakeholders to grasp the business impact. Proposing an updated delivery plan, which might include scope adjustments or schedule changes, demonstrates proactive management and transparent communication about the challenge, ensuring the project remains focused on delivering a viable and valuable outcome. This approach prioritizes addressing the issue thoroughly rather than simply escalating or compromising quality, which could lead to greater problems later. Question 2. An Agile project team has consistently high work in progress, WIP, and frequently fails to deliver all committed user stories by the end of the sprint. Stakeholders express concern about the predictability of feature delivery. Which action is most aligned with improving delivery performance? A. Mandate a higher sprint velocity target to encourage faster work completion. B. Implement stricter scope change control for new user stories during the sprint. C. Work with the team to establish and enforce appropriate WIP limits and focus on completing fewer items. D. Introduce more frequent daily stand-up meetings to enhance coordination. Answer: C. Work with the team to establish and enforce appropriate WIP limits and focus on completing fewer items. High work in progress, WIP, and incomplete sprint commitments are classic signs of an overloaded system, which directly impedes effective delivery performance in Agile environments. Implementing WIP limits is a crucial lean principle that encourages the team to focus on completing work rather than starting new items, thereby improving flow, reducing context switching, and enhancing the predictability of delivery. This approach directly addresses the root cause by encouraging the team to stop starting, start finishing, ultimately leading to more consistent and reliable delivery of value. Focusing on completing fewer items allows the team to deliver value increments more predictably and with higher quality. Question 3. During a project's execution, a key supplier for a critical component announces a 10% increase in their pricing due to unforeseen material cost surges. This will cause the project to exceed its allocated budget if no action is taken. The project manager's immediate focus, considering the delivery performance domain, should be to A. Inform the sponsor of the budget overrun and request additional funding immediately. B. Negotiate with the supplier to reduce the price increase, citing existing contract terms. C. Assess the impact on the project's financial baselines and explore options like rescoping, alternative suppliers, or cost optimization strategies with stakeholders. D. Absorb the cost increase within the contingency reserve without notifying stakeholders to avoid panic. Answer: C. Assess the impact on the project's financial baselines and explore options like rescoping, alternative suppliers, or cost optimization strategies with stakeholders. When a cost increase threatens the project budget, the project manager's role within the delivery performance domain extends beyond simply reporting the issue. It involves actively managing the financial aspects to ensure the project remains viable and can deliver its intended value. This means thoroughly assessing the impact on the project's financial baselines and collaboratively exploring all possible mitigation strategies, such as finding alternative, more cost-effective solutions or adjusting scope if necessary. Transparent communication with stakeholders about the situation and proposed solutions is essential for making informed decisions and ensuring continued project success. The objective is to maintain control and ensure the project remains on track for successful delivery despite the challenge. Question 4. A project manager discovers that a newly integrated software module is not meeting the specified performance requirements during user acceptance testing, UAT. This module is crucial for the final product release. What is the most effective approach for the project manager to ensure successful delivery? A. Approve the module for release with a plan to address performance issues in a future patch, prioritizing schedule. B. Direct the development team to work overtime to fix the performance issues immediately, regardless of cost. C. Facilitate a meeting with the development team, quality assurance, and key stakeholders to analyze the root cause, determine the acceptable performance threshold, and plan corrective actions. D. Revert to the previous stable version of the module and inform stakeholders of the delay. Answer: C. Facilitate a meeting with the development team, quality assurance, and key stakeholders to analyze the root cause, determine the acceptable performance threshold, and plan corrective actions. When a critical component fails to meet performance requirements, the project manager's focus within the delivery performance domain must be on resolving the issue effectively to ensure the final product delivers its intended value. This involves a collaborative approach to thoroughly investigate the root cause, as quickly implementing a fix without understanding the underlying problem could lead to recurrence. Engaging all relevant parties, technical teams, quality assurance, and business stakeholders, is crucial to agree on the acceptable performance criteria and develop a robust plan for corrective actions, ensuring the quality and successful delivery of the product. This systematic approach prioritizes quality and stakeholder satisfaction over quick, potentially ineffective, fixes. Question 5. In an Agile project, the team is delivering features iteratively, but stakeholders are struggling to grasp the overall progress and how individual features contribute to the larger product vision. This is causing some anxiety and uncertainty about the final delivery. What should the project manager do to improve delivery perception and alignment? A. Increase the frequency of sprint review meetings. B. Create a detailed Gantt chart showing the planned sequence of all features. C. Develop and regularly update a product roadmap or release plan that visually represents the features and their contribution to the product vision over time. D. Prioritize only the most critical features to ensure faster delivery of high-value items. Answer: C. Develop and regularly update a product roadmap or release plan that visually represents the features and their contribution to the product vision over time. While Agile delivery focuses on iterative progress, stakeholders often need a broader view to understand how current work contributes to the larger product vision. A product roadmap or release plan serves as a crucial tool in the delivery performance domain by providing a high-level visual representation of future features, their sequence, and how they align with business objectives. This helps bridge the gap between iterative delivery and long-term strategic goals, offering clarity and managing stakeholder expectations regarding the overall progress and direction of the product. It ensures that the team's ongoing work is understood within the context of the larger picture, fostering transparency and trust. Question 6. A traditional project is significantly behind schedule due to unexpected technical challenges in a key development phase. The project manager needs to develop a recovery plan. Which option best reflects a focus on delivery performance? A. Request a budget increase to hire more resources and accelerate the remaining work. B. Inform stakeholders of the unavoidable delay and adjust the project baseline immediately. C. Conduct a detailed analysis of the critical path, identify potential schedule compression techniques, and present options to stakeholders. D. Implement mandatory overtime for the project team to catch up on lost time. Answer: C. Conduct a detailed analysis of the critical path, identify potential schedule compression techniques, and present options to stakeholders. When a project falls behind schedule, the project manager's role in the delivery performance domain involves proactive problem-solving to regain control and ensure timely delivery. A detailed analysis of the critical path helps pinpoint specific activities causing the delay and identifies opportunities for schedule compression, such as crashing or fast-tracking, which are techniques to accelerate the project without necessarily impacting scope. Presenting these options to stakeholders allows for informed decision-making regarding potential trade-offs, e.g., increased cost for crashing, and ensures a collaborative approach to getting the project back on track. This demonstrates a commitment to effective delivery management rather than simply accepting or unilaterally imposing solutions. Question 7. The project team has developed a prototype that meets functional requirements, but usability testing reveals significant challenges for end users, potentially hindering adoption. The project manager is under pressure to deliver on schedule. What is the most appropriate action in the delivery performance domain? A. Release the prototype as planned and provide extensive user training to mitigate usability issues. B. Advocate for an additional iteration or phase to address the critical usability concerns, explaining the long-term value to stakeholders. C. Document the usability issues as known defects and include them in the project's risk register for future consideration. D. Focus on marketing efforts to convince users of the product's benefits, despite the usability challenges. Answer: B. Advocate for an additional iteration or phase to address the critical usability concerns, explaining the long-term value to stakeholders. In the delivery performance domain, delivering value means not just meeting functional requirements, but also ensuring the product is usable and adoptable by its intended audience. If usability testing reveals significant issues, releasing the product as is could lead to low adoption and failure to realize business benefits. The project manager's role is to champion the true value proposition, which includes user experience, and advocate for the necessary time and resources to address critical usability concerns. Explaining the long-term value of a user-friendly product to stakeholders demonstrates a commitment to successful delivery and ensures the product's ultimate success, even if it means a slight schedule adjustment. Question 8. A project manager is overseeing a hybrid project where some components are developed using Agile methods, and others follow a predictive approach. A major dependency exists between a completed Agile increment and a subsequent predictive phase. What is a key consideration for the project manager to ensure seamless delivery? A. Convert the entire project to an Agile approach to eliminate integration challenges. B. Maintain separate, independent schedules for the Agile and predictive components. C. Establish clear communication channels and synchronization points to manage the handoff and ensure alignment between the two approaches. D. Prioritize the predictive phase over the Agile increments to ensure on-time delivery of the critical components. Answer: C. Establish clear communication channels and synchronization points to manage the handoff and ensure alignment between the two approaches. In a hybrid project, managing the integration and dependencies between Agile and predictive components is crucial for successful delivery. The delivery performance domain requires a project manager to facilitate efficient workflow and value delivery across different methodologies. Establishing clear communication channels and specific synchronization points, such as regular integrated planning meetings or agreed-upon handoff criteria, is essential to manage the transition smoothly and ensure alignment. This proactive approach minimizes risks associated with miscommunication or misalignment between the different project parts, ensuring that the entire project delivers its intended value. Question 9. During a weekly project review meeting, the project manager notices that the team's velocity has been steadily declining over the past 3 sprints, despite a consistent sprint backlog size. The team reports no major impediments. What is the most appropriate next step for the project manager in the delivery performance domain? A. Increase the number of user stories in the next sprint to challenge the team. B. Require the team to work extended hours to recover the lost velocity. C. Facilitate a retrospective with the team to identify root causes for the declining velocity and collaboratively develop improvement actions. D. Inform the product owner to adjust expectations regarding future sprint deliveries. Answer: C. Facilitate a retrospective with the team to identify root causes for the declining velocity and collaboratively develop improvement actions. A declining velocity in an Agile project, especially without obvious impediments, signals an underlying issue that impacts the team's ability to deliver, directly affecting the delivery performance domain. The most effective approach is to facilitate a retrospective, which is a key event in Agile frameworks for continuous improvement. This allows the team to collectively inspect their process, identify root causes for the decline, e.g., unforeseen technical debt, burnout, misestimation, or increasing complexity, and collaboratively decide on actionable improvements for future sprints. This fosters self-organization and continuous adaptation, crucial for optimizing delivery. Question 10. A large, complex project is suffering from frequent scope creep requests from various stakeholders, leading to significant delays and budget overruns. The project manager is struggling to maintain control. Which action best aligns with ensuring effective delivery performance? A. Reject all new change requests to stabilize the project and ensure timely delivery. B. Implement a robust change control process, ensuring all changes are formally reviewed, approved, and their impact on baselines is assessed before incorporation. C. Prioritize only critical path activities and defer all other work to a later phase. D. Meet individually with each stakeholder to understand their needs and integrate their requests into the project. Answer: B. Implement a robust change control process, ensuring all changes are formally reviewed, approved, and their impact on baselines is assessed before incorporation. Frequent, unmanaged scope creep is a major threat to effective delivery performance, directly impacting a project's ability to deliver within its planned scope, schedule, and budget. The project manager's role in the delivery performance domain includes managing changes to the project. Implementing a robust change control process is paramount. It ensures that all proposed changes are systematically evaluated for their impact on project baselines, discussed with relevant stakeholders, and formally approved or rejected. This disciplined approach helps maintain project control, prevents uncontrolled expansion of work, and protects the project's ability to deliver its agreed-upon objectives. Question 11. The project team is consistently delivering features, but post-release feedback indicates that end users are not finding significant value in many of the delivered functionalities. This impacts the overall success perception of the project. How should the project manager address this within the delivery performance domain? A. Increase the frequency of user acceptance testing, UAT, to catch issues earlier. B. Coach the product owner to enhance stakeholder engagement and prioritize features based on validated business value and user feedback. C. Instruct the development team to build more features to provide more options to users. D. Focus on improving the technical quality of the delivered features, as this is typically the root cause of low value perception. Answer: B. Coach the product owner to enhance stakeholder engagement and prioritize features based on validated business value and user feedback. In the delivery performance domain, true success is measured not just by delivering features, but by delivering value that users adopt and find beneficial. If delivered functionalities are not perceived as valuable, it often points to an issue with how features are identified, prioritized, or validated. The project manager should coach the product owner, who is responsible for maximizing product value, to strengthen stakeholder engagement and ensure that the backlog is consistently refined and prioritized based on actual business needs and validated user feedback. This ensures that the team is building the right product, thereby improving the delivery of meaningful value to end users. Question 12. A project is using an iterative development approach. Midway through, key stakeholders express dissatisfaction, stating that the delivered increments, while functional, lack a cohesive user experience and are not integrating seamlessly. This impacts the perceived quality and value of the delivery. What immediate action should the project manager take? A. Accelerate the remaining iterations to deliver the full product faster. B. Implement a stricter definition of done to ensure quality checks are more rigorous within each iteration. C. Facilitate discussions with the team and stakeholders to re-evaluate the integration strategy and user experience design, possibly incorporating dedicated integration or UX sprints. D. Document the feedback and address it in a future phase after the current delivery is complete. Answer: C. Facilitate discussions with the team and stakeholders to re-evaluate the integration strategy and user experience design, possibly incorporating dedicated integration or UX sprints. The delivery performance domain emphasizes delivering integrated and valuable increments. When stakeholders perceive a lack of cohesion or poor user experience, it indicates that the iterative delivery is not adequately addressing the overall product integration or user-centric design. The project manager must proactively facilitate discussions to understand the gaps and collaboratively adjust the delivery strategy. This might involve dedicating specific iterations or resources to integration activities, enhancing cross-functional collaboration, or re-evaluating the user experience design process, ensuring that each delivered increment truly contributes to a unified, high-quality end product. Question 13. A project team is experiencing significant bottlenecks during the testing phase, causing delays in feature releases. The test team consistently receives incomplete or unstable builds from development. What is the most effective action for the project manager to improve delivery flow? A. Allocate more budget to hire additional testers to increase testing capacity. B. Implement a definition of ready for development to ensure builds are stable and complete before being handed off to testing. C. Mandate overtime for the development team to deliver builds faster. D. Reduce the scope of testing to accelerate the release schedule. Answer: B. Implement a definition of ready for development to ensure builds are stable and complete before being handed off to testing. Bottlenecks in the testing phase, especially due to unstable or incomplete builds, significantly impede the flow of value delivery. In the delivery performance domain, optimizing workflow is crucial. Implementing a definition of ready for work items before they enter the testing phase ensures that development meets certain quality criteria and stability requirements, preventing rework loops and improving the efficiency of the testing process. This proactive measure fosters better collaboration between development and testing, ensuring a smoother flow of work and ultimately accelerating reliable delivery of features. Question 14. An ongoing project is experiencing issues with delivered quality. The project manager observes that defects are being discovered late in the development cycle, leading to costly rework and schedule delays. Which project management practice within the delivery performance domain should be strengthened? A. Risk management planning to identify potential quality issues earlier. B. Procurement management to ensure higher quality materials are sourced. C. Quality assurance and control processes, particularly integrating quality checks earlier and more frequently into the workflow. D. Stakeholder engagement to manage expectations regarding product quality. Answer: C. Quality assurance and control processes, particularly integrating quality checks earlier and more frequently into the workflow. Discovering defects late in the cycle is detrimental to delivery performance, as it leads to significant rework costs and schedule delays. The delivery performance domain emphasizes producing high-quality deliverables. To address this, strengthening quality assurance, QA, and quality control, QC, processes is crucial. This involves shifting from a fix-it-at-the-end mentality to a build-quality-in approach, integrating quality checks, testing, and reviews much earlier and more frequently throughout the development workflow. This shift-left approach ensures that potential issues are identified and corrected closer to their origin, improving overall delivery efficiency and product quality. Question 15. The project sponsor is concerned about the return on investment, ROI, for a complex software project, even though the team is consistently delivering features per the product backlog. The sponsor feels the delivered features are not truly addressing the highest business priorities. What should the project manager focus on to improve confidence in the delivery performance? A. Increase the frequency of communication with the sponsor to report on feature completion. B. Ensure the product backlog is regularly reviewed and prioritized based on business value by the product owner, with transparent communication of the value proposition. C. Implement stricter control over scope changes to prevent features that don't align with initial requirements. D. Accelerate the delivery schedule to complete the project faster and demonstrate quicker ROI. Answer. B. Ensure the product backlog is regularly reviewed and prioritized based on business value by the product owner, with transparent communication of the value proposition. In the delivery performance domain, merely delivering features isn't enough. The focus must be on delivering value that aligns with strategic business objectives. If the sponsor questions ROI despite feature delivery, it indicates a misalignment in what's being built versus what's truly needed. The project manager should collaborate with the product owner to ensure the product backlog is vigorously prioritized based on validated business value, and this value proposition is clearly communicated to stakeholders. This ensures that the team's efforts are consistently directed towards delivering the most impactful features, thereby improving confidence in the project's ability to achieve its intended ROI. Question 16. A project is employing Kanban for its delivery workflow. The team's Kanban board shows a consistent accumulation of tasks in the waiting for review column, leading to delays. What is the most effective action to improve the flow of delivery? A. Increase the WIP limit for the development column to allow developers to work on more tasks. B. Add more team members to the review stage to process tasks faster. C. Analyze the root cause of the bottleneck in the waiting for review column and consider adjusting WIP limits or improving review processes. D. Move the review column earlier in the workflow to catch issues earlier. Answer. C. Analyze the root cause of the bottleneck in the waiting for review column and consider adjusting WIP limits or improving review processes. An accumulation of tasks in a specific column on a Kanban board indicates a bottleneck, which directly hinders the smooth flow of value delivery in the delivery performance domain. The most effective response is to analyze the root cause of this bottleneck rather than simply adding resources or changing WIP limits without understanding the problem. The cause could be anything from limited reviewers, complex review processes, or insufficient quality of work entering the review stage. Identifying and addressing the root cause, which might involve adjusting WIP limits for that column or improving the review process itself, is crucial for optimizing the workflow and ensuring continuous delivery. Question 17. During project execution, a newly implemented quality control process is causing significant delays, as it requires extensive documentation and multiple approval layers for every minor change. While quality has slightly improved, the project schedule is now at risk. What is the project manager's best course of action from a delivery performance perspective? A. Revert to the previous quality control process to prioritize schedule. B. Instruct the team to bypass some of the approval layers to accelerate progress. C. Facilitate a review of the quality control process with the team and stakeholders to optimize its efficiency without compromising essential quality standards. D. Increase the project team's working hours to absorb the delays caused by the new process. Answer. C. Facilitate a review of the quality control process with the team and stakeholders to optimize its efficiency without compromising essential quality standards. The delivery performance domain requires balancing quality and efficiency to ensure successful value delivery. If a quality control process becomes an impediment to schedule without providing commensurate value, it needs optimization. The project manager's best action is to facilitate a collaborative review to analyze the process's effectiveness and identify areas for improvement. This might involve streamlining documentation, reducing unnecessary approvals, or leveraging automation, all while ensuring that essential quality standards are maintained. The goal is to achieve quality without creating undue friction in the delivery workflow. Question 18. An infrastructure project is experiencing frequent delays in obtaining necessary permits from regulatory bodies. These delays are impacting the project's critical path and pushing out the final delivery date. What is the most proactive measure the project manager can take to mitigate this in the delivery performance domain? A. Initiate legal action against the regulatory bodies for delays. B. Expedite other project activities to absorb the permit delays. C. Engage proactively with regulatory bodies, understand their processes and requirements, and assign a dedicated resource to manage permit applications and follow-ups. D. Inform the sponsor of the unavoidable delays and adjust the project baseline. Answer: C. Engage proactively with regulatory bodies, understand their processes and requirements, and assign a dedicated resource to manage permit applications and follow-ups. Delays from external dependencies like regulatory permits directly impact a project's delivery performance. In the delivery performance domain, proactive risk management and stakeholder engagement are key. The most effective approach is to engage directly and proactively with the regulatory bodies, understanding their specific requirements, timelines, and potential bottlenecks. Assigning a dedicated resource to manage these applications, track their progress, and follow up regularly can significantly reduce delays and improve the predictability of obtaining necessary approvals, thus safeguarding the project's critical path and overall delivery schedule. Question 19. A product release is planned for a specific date, but technical debt has accumulated, leading to frequent bugs and slow development. The team is under immense pressure to meet the release date, but quality is visibly suffering. What is the most responsible action for the project manager regarding delivery performance? A. Prioritize meeting the release date by deferring all technical debt repayment to post-release. B. Engage with the product owner and stakeholders to discuss the impact of technical debt on quality and sustainability, advocating for a balanced approach that includes some technical debt repayment before release. C. Instruct the development team to work faster and cut corners on testing to meet the deadline. D. Automatically extend the release date to fix all technical debt before launch. Answer: B. Engage with the product owner and stakeholders to discuss the impact of technical debt on quality and sustainability, advocating for a balanced approach that includes some technical debt repayment before release. Accumulating technical debt significantly degrades delivery performance over time, leading to lower quality, slower progress, and increased costs. The project manager's responsibility in the delivery performance domain is to ensure sustainable delivery of value. Blindly prioritizing a release date over addressing critical technical debt can lead to an unstable product and long-term maintenance issues. Instead, the project manager should facilitate a transparent discussion with the product owner and other stakeholders to articulate the risks and impact of ignoring technical debt, advocating for a strategic, balanced approach that includes some repayment as part of the current delivery efforts. This ensures a healthier, more sustainable product and better long-term delivery. Question 20. A project team is developing a new mobile application. During a sprint review, stakeholders provide feedback that some delivered features, while functional, are not intuitive and will require significant user training, potentially increasing support costs post-launch. The project manager aims to improve user experience without delaying the core delivery. What should the project manager prioritize? A. Instruct the development team to add more features to compensate for the usability issues. B. Prioritize enhancing the user experience, UX, and user interface, UI, of upcoming features and consider refactoring existing ones if critical for adoption. C. Develop detailed user manuals and provide extensive training sessions post-launch. D. Document the feedback and address it as part of continuous improvement in a future version. Answer: B. Prioritize enhancing the user experience, UX, and user interface, UI, of upcoming features and consider refactoring existing ones if critical for adoption. User experience and interface directly impact how users perceive and adopt a product, which is crucial for delivering true value in the delivery performance domain. If delivered features are not intuitive, the project risks low user adoption and increased support costs. The project manager should prioritize improving UX/UI in upcoming features and consider refactoring critical existing ones, collaborating with the product owner and team. This proactive approach ensures that future deliveries are more user-friendly and addresses the root cause of the current dissatisfaction, leading to a more valuable and successful product that minimizes post-launch support burdens. Question 21. The project team is consistently over budget on its monthly expenditure forecasts. The project manager reviews the actual costs and discovers that certain recurring operational tasks, initially estimated lower, are consuming more resources than planned. What is the most effective action to manage cost performance within the delivery domain? A. Reduce the project scope to lower overall costs. B. Request a budget increase from the sponsor to cover the overruns. C. Re-estimate the recurring operational tasks, identify opportunities for efficiency improvements, and update future forecasts and resource allocations. D. Instruct the team to cut corners on other project activities to balance the budget. Answer: C. Re-estimate the recurring operational tasks, identify opportunities for efficiency improvements, and update future forecasts and resource allocations. Cost overruns, especially on recurring tasks, directly impact the project's financial health and its ability to deliver within budget, which is a key aspect of the delivery performance domain. The most effective approach is not merely to cut scope or request more funds, but to proactively address the discrepancy. This involves re-estimating the problematic tasks based on actual data, analyzing the root causes of the overruns to identify opportunities for efficiency improvements, e.g., automation, process optimization, and then updating future cost forecasts and resource allocations accordingly. This data-driven approach allows for better control and more realistic financial management throughout the project's execution. Question 22. A project is facing a critical deadline, and stakeholders are pushing for the inclusion of several high-priority features that were not initially planned. The project manager determines that incorporating these features will definitely cause a significant delay beyond the deadline. What is the most appropriate action? A. Reject the new features outright to protect the deadline. B. Incorporate the new features and extend the deadline, notifying all stakeholders. C. Engage stakeholders in a discussion about the trade-offs between scope, schedule, and quality, and explore options like deferring features or increasing resources. D. Instruct the team to fast-track the new features, prioritizing speed over quality. Answer: C. Engage stakeholders in a discussion about the trade-offs between scope, schedule, and quality, and explore options like deferring features or increasing resources. In the delivery performance domain, managing competing constraints, scope, schedule, cost, and quality, is a core responsibility. When new, high-priority features threaten a critical deadline, a project manager must facilitate a transparent discussion with stakeholders. This involves clearly articulating the trade-offs, e.g., adding scope means impacting schedule, or requiring more resources at potentially higher cost, and collaboratively exploring options like deferring less critical features to a later release, increasing resources, or adjusting the deadline. This ensures that decisions are made based on informed consent and strategic alignment, balancing immediate needs with overall project success. Question 23. An Agile project team is struggling with frequent changes to user stories within a sprint, making it difficult to achieve a definition of done for committed items. This negatively impacts their ability to deliver working software each sprint. What is the most effective approach for the project manager to improve delivery predictability? A. Institute a strict freeze on all user story changes once a sprint begins. B. Encourage the product owner to refine user stories more thoroughly before sprint planning, ensuring they are ready for development. C. Increase the length of sprints to allow more time for changes. D. Conduct more frequent daily stand-ups to discuss changes. Answer: B. Encourage the product owner to refine user stories more thoroughly before sprint planning, ensuring they are ready for development. Frequent changes to user stories within a sprint significantly disrupt flow and reduce predictability of delivery. In the delivery performance domain, particularly in Agile, ensuring a smooth workflow is key. The most effective approach is to improve the quality of backlog refinement, ensuring that user stories are thoroughly understood, estimated, and meet a definition of ready before they are pulled into a sprint. This proactive measure, championed by the product owner in collaboration with the team, minimizes mid-sprint churn, allowing the team to focus on completing committed work and improving their ability to consistently deliver working software. Question 24. A predictive project is progressing, but the project manager identifies that the current approach to quality control, which relies heavily on post-completion inspections, is leading to a high rate of rework. This rework is now impacting the schedule significantly. What is the most effective action the project manager can take to improve delivery efficiency and quality? A. Implement stricter penalties for defects found during inspections. B. Shift from reactive post-completion inspections to a more proactive, integrated quality assurance approach throughout the project lifecycle. C. Increase the budget for the quality control department to handle more rework. D. Reduce the scope of quality inspections to minimize delays. Answer: B. Shift from reactive post-completion inspections to a more proactive, integrated quality assurance approach throughout the project lifecycle. Relying solely on post-completion inspections for quality control is a reactive approach that leads to costly rework and significant schedule impacts, hindering delivery performance. The delivery performance domain emphasizes building quality into the process. The most effective action is to shift towards a proactive, integrated quality assurance approach. This means embedding quality activities, like reviews, peer inspections, and continuous testing, throughout the project lifecycle from the very beginning. This prevention over detection mindset reduces the likelihood of defects, minimizes rework, and ultimately improves the efficiency and quality of deliverables. Question 25. A project manager is responsible for delivering a new internal IT system. Early user feedback during a pilot phase indicates that while the system functions as designed, its performance, speed and responsiveness, is below user expectations, potentially impacting user adoption. The project team argues that the system meets all contractual specifications. What is the project manager's primary responsibility in the delivery performance domain? A. Advise users that the system meets specifications and they should adjust their expectations. B. Document the performance issues and plan to address them in a future release if budget allows. C. Facilitate a discussion with stakeholders and the technical team to understand the gap between perceived and specified performance, and explore options to improve user experience and adoption. D. Focus solely on completing the remaining contractual obligations to ensure on-time and on-budget delivery. Answer: C. Facilitate a discussion with stakeholders and the technical team to understand the gap between perceived and specified performance, and explore options to improve user experience and adoption. The delivery performance domain extends beyond merely meeting contractual specifications. It's fundamentally about delivering true value and ensuring successful adoption by end users. If system performance, even if technically meeting spec, is below user expectations and impacts adoption, it means the delivered solution is not truly effective. The project manager's primary responsibility is to bridge this gap by facilitating an open discussion among stakeholders and the technical team to understand the disparity, its business impact, and collaboratively explore options to enhance performance. This ensures the project delivers a solution that not only functions but is also genuinely valuable and adopted by its intended users.